Welcome to Fridays with LukeJ62895. On this live stream show, we are going to be talking about our topics, playing video games, and many more. And now, here's your host, Luke Jeffers, Billy Mooney, Remix Plum, and David 2000.
Thank you, Dave 3000. Hello, people. This is Jerry speaking. Welcome to a brand new episode of Fridays LukeJ62895, episode 283. And today we're not only going to do not one, not two, but 3, 4, 5, 6 topics today, along with just while watching Disney Plus segments and the game segments and the notes. So we're going to do this now and see what we got, shall we? So we got. Hold on, let me do the notes and we'll begin. Because I haven't done this in a while. Because even though we're not wrapping up the show, because we know we need to do this anyway. So, and, I'm kind of wondering, I don't want to spoil anything, so let's do it now. Okay. Let's begin. Okay. Joyce Gordon was born on March 25th, 1929. It was an American actress. It was in Des Moines, Iowa, pronounce it. Gordon grew up in Chicago. She attended the University of Illinois and University of Wisconsin. Gordon would appear on Studio One and Robert Montgomery Presents. She became the first woman president of Screen's Actors Guild, New York's branch in 1966. Personal life and death. Gordon married Bernard Grant and then have 2 children, Mark and Melissa. She died on February 28th, 2020. She was 9 years old. Now for our next death topic. And that is, of course, James Lipton. Now, for those who don't know who he is, well, I'm going to explain it to you right now, okay? James Lipton is known as Louis James Lipton. He was an American writer, lyricist, actor, and dean emeritus of the Actors Studios Drama School at Pace University in New York City. He was executive producer, writer, and host of a Bravo cable television series called Inside the Actor Studio, which debuted in 1994. He retired from the show in 2018. Lipton was born on September 19th, 1926, in Detroit, Michigan. The only child of Bay Nee Weinberg, a teacher and librarian, and Lawrence Lipton, a journalist and beat poet. Known for writing the Beat Generation Chronicle, The Holy Barbarians, okay? Lawrence was a graphic designer, a columnist for the Jewish Daily Forward, and a publicly director for the movie Fear, which is cool enough. Lawrence was a Polish Jewish immigrant from, I can pronounce this word, Lawrence, okay? Whose surname was spiritually Lipschitz, what do you call it? Pronounce it, whatever. Bay's parents were Russian Jews. His parents divorced when Lipton was 6, and his father attempted the family, okay? Lipton's family struggled with finances, what you can pronounce it, and he started to work at the age of 13, okay? He worked in high school as the newspaper's copy boy for the Detroit Times, and as an actor in the Chivalric Theater of Detroit in the radio. After graduating from Central High School in Detroit, He attended Wayne State University for 1 year in the mid-1940s and enlisted in the United States Air Force, which is awesome enough, but anyway. Career. Lipton betrayed Dan Weed, way you pronounce it, the Lone Ranger's nephew, on WXYZ's radio's The Lone Ranger. He intently studied to be a warrior, in New York City, and turned to acting to fantasize his education, where you pronounce it, but anyway. He wrote for several soap operas, Around Another World, The Edge of Night, Guidelight, Best of Everything, Return to Patient Place, and Capital. He also acted for over 10 years in The Undergoing Light, okay? Then studied for 2.5 years with Stella Adler, we call it. 4 years with Howard Corman, and 2 years with Robert Lewis. He also started in studying voice and dance, including modern dance and classical ballet, okay, and choreographed a ballet for the American Ballet Theater. In 1951, he appeared in the Broadway play The Autumn Garden by William Hellman. He portrayed a shipping clerk turned gay member in Joseph Shrek's 1953 film, The Big Break, a crime drama. He was a librarian and liturgist for the short-lived 1967 Broadway musical Cheryl. Okay, Cherie, we pronounce it. But anyway, based on the Moss Hart and George S. Kaufman play, The Man Who Came to Dinner, okay, with music by his childhood friend, Lawrence Walsenhall, we pronounce it. The score and orchestrations was lost for over 30 years, and the original cast has never been recorded. In 2003, a studio cast recorded with Nathan Lade, Burnett Pierce, Carol Burnett, Tommy Toon, and Mike Myers and others was renewed interest in the show. His book, An Exaltation of Larks, was first published in 1968. It has been printed and revised several times since then, including 1993 Penguins Books edition. This book is a collection of terms of binary, book both real and created by Lipton himself. The Dust Jastic biography for the first edition of Exaltations, we pronounce it, says activities include fencing, swimming, and equitation, when we pronounce it, pursuits, and that he had written 2 Broadway productions. In 1983, Lipton published his novel Mirrors about dancers' lives. He later wrote and produced it as a made-for-television movie for the genre of television. Lipton produced some of the 24 specials, including 12 Bob Hope birthday specials, The Robe China, and NBC Entertainment special produced in China, and the first televised presidential racial gala for President Carter. In 2004, 2005, 2013, and 2019, Lipton appeared on several episodes of Arrested Development as Waldron Stefan Gentles. In 2008, he provided the voice of the director of Disney animated film, Bolt. He played himself as Brainwash. Okay. Interviewed the Monster Eva's acting teacher in the Paris Vidian, maybe you could pronounce it, animated film Igor. Lipton also appears twice in the same episode as The Family Guy in cutaways, we have simply says improv both times. And it looks like Remix is mentioning me real quick. Doing good, Remix. Just taping my Friday show right now. But anyway, continue on. Inside the actor studio, in the early 1990s, Lemon was inspired by Bernard Pivot and sought to create a 3-year educational program for actors that would be a distillation of what he had learned from the 12 years of his own installation studies. In 1994, oh, I see. Okay, you do that, I'll chat with you later. Okay, that's fine. In 1994, he arranged for at the studio the home base of Mandarin acting in the United States for over 60 years. Okay, to join with New York City's New School University and form the acting studio's drama school. Okay, a formal degree graduate program at the graduate level. After his contract with the New York New School, the acting studios established the acting studio's drama school at the Pace University in 2006. The Lipton created a project within the Actor Studio's Drama School, a non-credit class called Inside the Actor Studio in 1984, where successful and accomplished actors, directors, and writers would be interviewed and would answer questions from acting studies. I'm a student, excuse me. Yeah, I rubbed my eye a little bit, but anyway. These sessions are also taped, edited, and broadcast on television for the general public to see. The episodes were viewed in 89 million homes throughout 125 countries. Wow, this is cool. Lipton hosted the show and conducted the main interview. During the interview with Daniel Solomon, author of Lithuania's Heist, we pronounce it, when Nazi was inducted, what do you call it? The sudden success. Lipton responded, not my wildest imaginations. It was a joint effort involving many people. At the point in time, not too distant in the past, I had 3 lives. It was a dean of the acting studio, the writer of the series, his host and executive producer. I maintained my serious 16-hour schedule. It was awarded France, Audrey D's Arts et Retresse in 2014 for this work in the show. In September 2018, Lipton declared he was stepping down from the program after more than 24 years. Wow. Personal life. Between 1954 to 1959, Lipton was married to actress Nina Falk, we pronounce it. He was married to National Turner Lipton, a model, real and stockbroker from 1970 until his death. National Turner Lipton was known for as model played Miss Scratchred on the cover of the board game Clue. She was a book an illustrated designer for James Lipton book and Exterminations of Larks, the unlimited edition. In the 2020 episode of the Inside the Actor Studio, Lipton revealed that he was a communist, we pronounce it. He also revealed that during the 1950s, he had a position in Paris. Lipton stated in the interviews he was a pilot. Considered the airplane single Eugene land planes. He had been flying since 1980. Wow. And learned in the condensed 152 and 172 at Van Nuys Airport. As of 2013, he had logged more than 1,000 hours of flight time. Lipton was a member of the Aircraft Owners and Pilots Association. Lipton died of bowel cancer at his home in Manhattan on March 2nd, 2020. He was 93 years old. Now, I'm not going to read the biography because filmography, but I'm only going to read one more thing that's in popular culture. On Mad TV, he was portrayed by Will Sasho and Paul Z. Vault. On Saturday Night Live, however, he was portrayed by Will Ferrell on Mr. Show. He was portrayed by David Cross, which he was okay, I guess. But anyway, my next death topic is going to be about Jack Welch. Now, if you don't know who he is, guys, let me explain to you right now, okay? He was an American business executive, criminal engineer, and writer. He was a chairman and CEO of General Electric between 1981 and 2001. And I was one of those guys who helped my granduncle Howard decide to make me feel like I need to save more money on my retirement. So this is a guy who inspired me to do these things. So there you go. In 2006, Welch's net worth was estimated at $720 million. When he retired from GE, he received a severance payment of $417 million. Wow, the largest such payment in business history. Okay. Jack Welch was born in Peabody, Massachusetts, the son of Grace Andrews and a homemaker, and John Francis Welch Sr., a Boston and Maine railroad conductor. Welch was an Irish American romantic colleague, when you pronounce it. His paternal and maternal grandparents were Irish. Throughout his early life in middle school and high school, Welch found work in summers as a golf caddy, newspaper delivery boy, shoe salesman, and drill press operator. Welch attended Salmon High School, where he participated in baseball, football, and captained the hockey team. And wow, this is cool. This is like the Mighty Ducks, something like that, in the later years. But anyway, later in the senior year, Welch was accepted to the University of Massachusetts Harvard, where he studied criminal engineering. Welch worked in the criminal engineering at Sonical and PPG Engineering Industry. Okay. During his college summers, in his sophomore year, he became a member of the Pi Sigma Kappa factory. Welch graduated in 1957 with a Bachelor of Science degree in chemical engineering, turned down offers from several companies in order to attend graduate school at the University of Illinois at the Urbana campaign. He graduated from University of Illinois in 1960 with a master's and PhD in chemical engineering. Now for General Electric. Welch joined General Electric in 1960 when he worked as a junior chemical engineer in Pittsburgh Field, Massachusetts, in a salary of $10,500, which was equivalent to extraordinary $990,000 in 2018 dollars. In 1961, Welch planned to quit his job as a junior engineer, but because he was dissatisfied with the raise offered to him, and was unhappy with the bureaucracy he preserved at GE, which is not good, not fair at all. Welsh was decided to remain at GE by Wilbur Godoff, an executive at the company, who promised him that he would help create a small company atmosphere Welsh desired. In 1963, an explosion in the factory, which was under his management, blew off the roof of the fatalities and was almost fired from that episode. And it's sad, I know. By 1968, Welsh became the vice president and head of the GE's plastic division. Wow. Which at the time, this $26 million operation for GE. Welsh oversaw production as well as the marketing for the GE development plastics Lexan and Neutral. Not long after, in 1971, Welsh also became the vice president of GE's Georgical, what pronounced in cyclical divisions. By 1973, Welsh was named the head of a strategic plastic planning for GE. He was held in the position until 1979, which involved him now working in the corporate headquarters. Wow. Exposing him to many of the big fish. Okay? He was one day be among. Not long after his promotion, to head of strategic planning, Welsh was named senior vice president and head of Consumer Products and Service Division in 1977. A position he held until 1979, when he became the vice chairman of GE. In 1981, Welsh became GE's youngest chairman and CEO, recognized, we pronounce it H. Jones. By 1982, Welsh has dismayed much of the early management put together by Jones, with aggressive simulations, we pronounce it, and consolidations. One of his primary leadership directives was that GE had to be the number one, number two in the industries, and proceeded in CEO. Throughout the 80s, Welsh was sought to streamline GE in 1981. He made a speech in New York City called "Growing Fast in a Slow Growth Economy." Under Welsh's leadership, GE increased market value for $12 billion. Wow. In 1981. For $10 billion, wow, when he retired. Making 600 acquisitions when shifting into emerging markets. Welsh pioneered a policy of uniformity in the workplace, allowing all employees to have a small business experiences at a large corporation. Welsh worked in proceed readily by trimming inventories, we pronounce it, and dismantling the bureaucracy, we pronounce it, that he almost led him to leave GE in the past. Oh God, help me. He closed factories, reduced payrolls, and cut lackluster units. Wow. Welsh valued supplies and made unexpected business to GE plants and office. Wow. Welsh popular the so-called ranked and yank policies used now by the other corporate entities. Okay, each year Welsh was fired about 10% of his managers. Wow. Regardless of absolute performance, he earned a position with virtual calendar. he rewarded those at the top 20% with bonuses and employees stock options. He had also pioneered the stock option program at GE, extending availability from top executives to nearly 1/3 of all employees. Welsh is also known for abolishing the 90-layer management. Excuse me. Acquiring, we pronounce it, and bringing such a scene of formality to the company. So I'm just gonna get myself a drink. There we go. Got it. Well, good. During the early 1980s, he was a dumb neutron jack, in firms in the neutron bomb, okay? Fulminating employees were leaving billions intact, injected straight from the gut. Welsh stated GE had 411,000 employees, while in the end of 1980, and 2,990,000 at the end of the 1985. Of the 112,000 who left the payroll, 47,000 when the business went to GE sold off. Excuse me, oh God, help me. But anyway, and 81,000 were redundant in continuing businesses. In return, GE would tremendously increase its market capitalization. Wow. Welsh did reduce okay, I don't know what's going on. I keep burping at the same time, but anyway. Basic research and closed on or sold off underperforming businesses. Well, okay. In 1986, GE required RCA, which is good enough. RCA's corporate headquarters were located at Rockefeller Center, which is okay. Bits and pieces, but anyway. Welsh suggestively took up an office in the now GE building at the Furry Rockefeller Plaza, okay? The RCA coalitions resulted in GE selling up RCA's properties to other companies and then keeping NBC as part of the GE portfolio of businesses. Wow. During the 1990s, Welsh shifted GE's businesses from manufacturing to financial services through numbering acquisitions. Welsh adopted Six Sigma quality program in late 1985. In 1980, the year before Welsh became CEO, GE recorded revenues of $26.8 million. And in 2000, the year before he left, they were nearly $130 billion. By 1999, he was named Manager of the Century by Fortune magazine. Wow. He was good. Embedding succession planning and employee development and is important, and since the departures of management can have significant consequences of the organization. The decision having paramount effects on future activities. Welsh was passionate in making people GE's course competently. There was a lately publicized suggestion planning. Okay, Saga. Okay, Saga, we pronounce it. Prior to this retirement among James Nerdy, we pronounce it. Robert Narnelli, we pronounce it, and Jeff Emanuel, we pronounce it. With Emanuel initially selected to be succeed Welsh as chairman and CEO, his successor plan had always been a priority, as known as the 1991 speech. From now on, choose my successor, known as Jeff Endorse as of now is my most important decision I'll make. And it operates a surveyable amount of thought almost every day. Welsh walkaway package from GE was not valid at the time until its retirement, but GMI raised establishment is worth at $20 million. He served as chairman of the Business Council in 1991 and 1992. Now for this criticism, oh my God, please help me. Upon his retirement from GE, Welsh have stated that this is effective as the CEO is 2 decades, was been measured by the company's performance for the comparable period under the successors. Okay? Excuse me. Welsh has grown GE to over $450 billion. Wow, that's a lot of money. In market capitalization, of which about 40,000% was in financial services. 20 years later, the company's market capitalization was only $200 billion. Wow. And Welsh refused to discuss this decline. Wow. It's nothing more much of the decline. It had resulted from investments in which real estate. And that's his mistake, what do you call it? Impact successor Jeff Immelt, okay, had to deal with the after effects in the September 11th, 2011 attacks. The New York Times published a critical article in 2017 knowing GE's stock price as overvalued as under Welsh because of the growth of the financial services sector, okay, what do you call it, as well as describe the corporation's decline in 16 years in the eminent. Alex Slides was one of the country's highest paid managers and eventually sold off two of Welsh's largest corporations, NBC Universal and GE Capital. Wow, okay. According to Business Week in 1998, Welsh critics questioned whether it's the short-term performance pressure he placed on employees that may have led him to cut corners, thus concerning the subsequent scandals over defense strategy and /or the Kinder, Peabody, and Company bond trade and SME, what do you call it, in the early 1990s. The following year, CEO Welsh took issue with reclassification of GE in the Fortune 500 as a disorganized financial services company. Wow, rather than a electrical equipment company. Wow, this is not cool. And by 2005, many have noted that the let's see here. Where are we? Price earnings ratios has been at the financial services centers were lower than that for GE. Okay, that's just not cool. But anyway, in 2014, GE Capital, the company's major financial services branch, organized during Welsh's tenure, agreed to the largest credit card discrimination settlement in history. Oh God, discrimination many years of discrimination's marketing as well as discrimination credit practices. After Welsh's tenure, GE Capital has been labeled as too big to fail. Oh God. And that became regulated by the Federal Reserve, we call it. The retired Welsh publicly praised his former firm's slimmed down and returned to being an industrial company in 2018. Welsh discussed the different financial culture and care Peabody company whose qualification the engraved during his tenure at GE, and whose echoes based on the short-term both credit calculations. Shortly before the statement was announced, GE would capital rename itself as wow, I can't pronounce the name. Army Bank. Okay, spinoff took 2 years. Welsh have also often received criticism for the lack of commissions for the middle class and working class. When asked about the executive CEO pay compared to organizing workers, including backdating stock options, going parachutes to non-performance, and aggravated retirement packages, Welsh labeled such aggravations outrageous. Wow. And I agree. And vehemently propose SEC regulations offend executive commendations carrying the power outpour. Welsh declared that CEO commissions commendations shouldn't continue to be dictated by the free market. Okay? Without intervention, we call it, for government or other outside parties. Welsh income and asset estates come under popular security during his divorce from the second wife, Jane Welsh, in 2001. Oh, God help me. For adultery with the woman, for becoming his third wife. Oh, man, please help me. Court files during the divorce describe Welsh's GE discriminations, we pronounce it, which led to securities and exchange discriminations and regulations. A then retired Welsh appointment contract with GE. In 1996, Welsh and GE had agreed to a retention package worth $2.5 million. Oh, God. In which promised continued access after Welsh's retirement, the benefits that he had received as CEO. He could an apartment in New York, baseball tickets, and the use of private jets and confidential car. Welsh stated that he did not want more money nor a more traditional stock package, but instead preferred to retain a lifetime he had enjoyed as CEO. According to a 2008 interview with Welsh, he had filed the agreement that SEC addresses the media attention and accusations of being greedy. Oh, God! By renouncing those benefits. In 2012, Welsh and his third wife, Susie Welsh, quit their business and quit association with Fortune magazine and Reuters news service after Fortune published an article which criticizes Welsh tweet shortly after before the 2012 election and the aggression of the Obama administration mobilized certain economic sizes. Yeah, I agree, and I disagree with what Mitt Romney said. I like Jim Lair and I like Big Bird. I like you too. Like, no, that's not how presidential election questions work that way, Romney. As well as another article which coordinated the $100,000 jobs. Wow, 100,000 jobs, GE lost during its tenure as CEO. Oh my God. Now this layer career and stuff like that, but this is going to be a huge one. following this Welsh retirement from GE, he became an advertiser for private and equality film from Clayton, Dauber, and Rice, and the chief executive at IAC, Barry Diller. In addition to counseling and industry roles, Welsh has been active on the public speaking critic and co-writing a popular column for Business Week with his wife Susie for 4 years until November 2009. The column was syndicated by the New York Times. In 2004 September, the Central Intelligence Agency published a parody of Welsh, oh God help me, applying his management skills while serving as administrative deputy director of intelligence, oh God. In 2005, he published Winning, a book about management co-written by Susie Welsh, which reached #1 in the Wall Street Journal bestseller list. Wow. And appeared on New York Times bestseller list. Okay. On January 5th, 2006, Welsh gave his name to the Scared Yards University's College of Business, which was known as the John F. Welsh College of Business until 2016, which he began his using the name of Jack Welsh College of Business. Okay. Since September 2006, Welsh has been teaching a class at the Mensa Shelton School of Management to hand picked group of 30 MBA students with a demonstrated career and interest in leadership. In December 2016, which is, we'll be doing that because I love Christmas pies better than this, Welsh joined business perform inseminated by then President-elect stupid Donald Trump, what we do, to provide strategy and policy and advice on economic issues. Yeah, thank God, Welsh. You done all with stupid Trump. But anyway, Jack Welsh Management Institute. In 2009, Welsh founded the Jack Welsh Management Institute, a program at Chancellor University that offered an online executive management master of business administration. The institute was acquired by Australia University in 2011. Welsh has been very actively involved with the criticizing, we call it, faculty and students since the beginning of his enthusiasm. JWIMI's MBA program was recently named the number of one of influence education brand of Lakeland, we call it, and one of the top business schools in the watch in 2016, one of the worst years ever. The program also been named on the top 25 online MBA programs in 4 years in a row. 2017, 2018, 2019, and 2020. Okay. By Princeton Review. It's goal by the net not to make the money. Okay. But build over time to focus on the quality. On the program and concerning the number of students enrolled year after year. At GE, Welsh has become known for his teaching and going leaders. Okay, he has taught Sloan School of Management and fought senators to CEO over the globe. More like 35 CEOs at today's top companies were trained under Jack Welsh. GMMI students had direct access to Welsh. He hosted quality video conference with students. It was known that along with the video conferences, Welsh created many video responses to messages on bulletin boards. Okay. And answered initial emails. His investment to the university was also reflected in the interest of the institute's net performer scores NPS. He administered surveys on segregations, queries, and stratified the results to find scores that needed improvement. In the interview with Wired Economic, way you pronounce it, Walsh claimed the overall status of his MBA program, stating that the percentage rates of students continuing onto a second year have grown to 90% to 95%, and that the JWMI turns away there are very few students in the administration's progress. Okay, he also have said that he would rather like a better leadership than train for MBA students. Okay, personal life. Now this is a great idea to talk about. Welsh had 4 children with his wife Caroline. They divorced amicably in 1987 after 28 years of marriage. His second wife, Jane Beasley, was a former mergers and applications lawyer. She married Welsh in 1989 of April, and they divorced in 2003. While Welsh have crafted a prenuptial agreement, Beasley stated that the 10-year time limited on its applicably, and thus she was able to leave the marriage reportedly to around $180 million. Okay, just shut up. Welsh's third wife, Susie Wood Laughter, we pronounce it, in the spring, co-authored his 2005 book, Winning as Susie Welsh. She served briefly as the editor-in-chief on the Harvard Business Review. Welsh's wife at the time, James Beasley, found out that after an affair between Webster and Welsh, Beasley affirmed that the review and Webster was forced to resign in early 2002. Okay, and after removing the affair with Welsh, okay, while preparing an interview with him from the magazine. They married on April 24th, 2004. Starring in January 2012, Welsh and Susie Welsh wrote a bi-weekly column for Reuters and Fortune, which both left on October 9th, 2012 after an article critical of Welsh and his career was published by Fortune. Welsh died from his kidney failure at his home in New York City on March 1st, 2020. He was 84 years old. Man, what to deal with this, man? So, wonder was she still alive? Let me see. Yeah, she's still alive. But anyway, let's go on to our next death topic. David Wise. Now, we're not talking about a composer named David Wise. We're talking about a television and anime writer named David Wise. Toured by writers such as Ursula K., Lee John, Frank Hubert, Holland Ellison, and Theodore Schroeder while attending a quarantine workshop. He wrote several episodes of television series such as Star Trek The Animated Series, the 1984 Transformers cartoon. Okay? And the 1987 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon. Now, his early life began while he was experiencing with animation and live action film at the age of 7. Under the Turtles was several artists and experimental filmmakers such as Len Lai, Francis Lee, and Sanjay Van Der Berg, Wise created dozens of brave animations using co-ops, strategy and film techniques, as well as the traditional cell animation. In 1963, at the age of 8, Wise released a combination of experiences titled Short Circuit, distributed by the Filmmakers Corporation. Corporative Short Circuit was shown throughout the world, won several awards, and was a U.S. entry in the Child of the World Festival and the what do you call it? Shack. Yeah, that's what you call it in pronounce it. But anyway, White and the Village voice. Filmmaker and critic George Mecca called Wise the Mozart cinema. Some Mozart is boring, but anyway. By the time he was 9, he was lecturing of filmmaking in universities and film studies, including Washington and Lee and the University of Maryland and Baltimore, and appeared in numerous television shows such as I've Got a Secret with Steve Allen as host, okay? Now, his career began in Star Trek The Animated Series. At the age of 16, Wise managed filmmaking with Variety. Demanding to become a professional science fiction writer. This following year, Wise sold several short stories as various avant-gardes, we can pronounce it. This led directly to his first television writing job, an episode of Filmation's animated Star Trek series entitled How Sharper Than a Shepherd's Tooth, okay? In collaboration with Russell L. Bates. The series has won only any Star Trek series has won in non-technical category for Best Children's Production. Buck Rogers, Wonder Woman, He-Man, and Mighty Ormond. After a successful stint in live action work, writing for Glenn A. Wars and Buck Rogers, the Space Vampire episode, and the Linda Carter series Wonder Woman, Wise returned to animation in the 1980s. Collaboration on many of his animes advisors in the period of such as He-Man and Mighty Orbit. Transformers. Wise also wrote Transformers episodes during the second and fourth seasons, including the Optimus Prime origin story War Dawn, the comedy chase format of Karmzik, and the final 3 episodes in the original G1 series, such as The Rebirth, which Wise was forced to add the 5 parts to 3 due to the decisions we pronounce this word, diminishing popularity of the franchise. During this period, Wise also wrote scripts for Gem and My Little Pony. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. In 1987, Wise was given the call to develop and write a 5-part animated series television pilot based on the independent comic Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Wise helped change the darker tone black and white marriage title in a fun, bright, and cheerful animated show. Wise left after the 9th season, writing on story editing for over 100 episodes. Wow. Disney and the Batman the Animated Series. Wise next worked on is Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, we watch this remix, and My Ducks cartoons, which is awesome, we watch this remix. And also wrote 3 episodes of Batman the Animated Series. The Clockwork King, The Strange Secret Bat of Bruce Wayne, based on Steve Eaglehart's comic book story, and the origin story of Rare. If you're so smart, why aren't you so rich? Okay? Why aren't you rich? Whatever we call it. But anyway. Other animated series and live action projects, such as he wrote the Battletoads animated pilot episode, as well as the 2-part pilot episode of Cops. The Shameless Cops Ball 1, okay? He wrote some episodes of Defenders of the Earth. He wrote a story edited some comics based series as Clinics and Dinosaurs, wow, and Jim Lee's Wildcats. He also developed, story edited, and wrote many of the 26 episodes of television, Disney television series Mighty Ducks the Animated Series, which I watched before, but it's on Disney Plus. But hey, who do you expect, right? During this period, he also wrote and produced the animated live-action film, Beastmaster 3: The Eyes of Bloxus. Was the first writer and story editor on the animated correction of Zorro. Wow. He even wrote an animated episode of Corn and Peg at the original series, but not based on the existing property. Go Media Entertainment. He was CEO of the multimedia property Go Media Entertainment from 2005 till 2010. Go Media Entertainment considered the publishing imprint Go Company, what do you call it? In the digital entertainment division of Play. Other work. He wrote the final episode of the fourth series of Doctor Who related Gary, audio drama series of UK-based Big Finish Productions. In 2019, Dave was announced as part of the team developing a television series based on the life of decorated dog hero Sergeant Stubby, what do you call it? Send a prequel to 2018's animated feature film, Sergeant Stubby and the Animated American Hero. On March 3rd, 2020, Wise died in his home due to lung cancer. He was 65 years old. Rest in peace, David Wise. Now to my next, wait, his birthday is February 1st? Really? Okay, my next topic. Anyway, if you saw me watching on PBS NewsHour, really, you may have noticed the death of Bobby Badisla, you pronounce it. Now, he was known as Barbara Ann Badisla, was an American journalist and prominent newscaster of CNN. During her 20-year career with the cable news company, Badisla anchored numerous programs of CNN, CNN Headline News, and CNN International. Okay? Badisla earned a bachelor's degree in radio, television, and film production in Northwestern University. After beginning her career in radio station in Raleigh, North Carolina, she moved to become an anchor reporter and producer at WRAL television. She was a writer and assistant producer for the 1981 documentary Fed Up for Fear, which won a Peabody Award on November 17, 2006. Badisla returned to WRAL to call anchor a special reunion newscast to celebrate the station's 50th anniversary. Wow. With CNN, Badisla was one of the original anchors in the CNN Headline News station and then moved to the main network in 1988, when she served as host of numerous daily and regularly scheduled shows, as well as the handling anchor and reporting duties. She was anchored CNN World Day, CNN Newsday, CNN NewsHour? What? Moving on. CNN Daybreak, CNN Prime News, CNN World News, and so much more. Oh man, this is not in the stream CNN News. But anyway, next. I mean, that's not owned by CNN. That's owned by PBS. Next. During that time, she also reported historic events, including the fall of the Berlin Wall, the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster, the Gulf War, and the 9/11 attacks. Badisla also hosted a regular program, CNN World News 1600 CET, on the CNN International Network since 1992, when CNN US show CNN World Day was canceled due to expanding CNN Morning News. Thank God. Our unique style was often parodied on Saturday Night Live. Yay! Anyway, she was also very popular in Eastern Europe, especially in Poland, Czech, and Germany. She also anchored HLN. Weird. Okay, that's weird. But anyway. In 1998, Brazil was named as a host of the first multi-platform international talk show, Talkback Live, which ran for an hour on weekday afternoons. Brazil left CNN after the merger of CNN's parent company, Time Warner, with America Online in 2001. She joined her husband, John Brimswell, film firm, Erasmus Combinations. It provided strategic counsel to a wide range of Fortune 500 companies. Priscilla remained active in television and was a member of the American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, AFTRA. In 2009, Bachelor was made private part-time credentials on OAN, the unit news network. Her first report was released on February 2009, when it was awesome. But anyway, Bazilla, who lived in Atlanta, Georgia, which is amazing, was also in the process of starting a new video production company focused on reality television programming. In 2014, Bazilla began hosting an On the Story on Georgia Public Broadcasting. This is a PBS station. But wow! Okay. Awards. Well, reported at CNN. Okay. Bazilla was recognized with a number of awards. She wrote and produced a series of youth crime involving 5 stations and was a recipient of a Peabody Award of her efforts. She also received a nomination for a Cable Ace Award. Okay, that's cool enough. Personal life. Bazilla was married to John Bimrow and had a stepdaughter. Okay. She died of colorectal cancer on March 3rd, 2020. She was 67 years old. Now to my last 3. Frances X. McLaughlin was an American comics actress who created the comic book character Jewel Master, drew the comic strip Giltrop, and associated on such strips such as Brenda Starr, Reporter, and The Heart of Juliet Jones. He also wrote and illustrated books about cartoon and comic art. Okay, cool enough. McLaughlin was born in Martin, Connecticut, to Francis and Grace Daly McLaughlin, and raised in Stratford, Connecticut. He had 3 siblings, sister Mara and brothers James and Michael. Growing up, McLaughlin was inspired by the work of such magazine illustrators as Colby Whitmore, Joe Bowler, and Howard Tarbney. Okay. Okay. Excuse me. As well as such illustrators such as Joval Kemp and Alphon Mocha. And such comics artists such as Alex Raymond and Milton Caniff. He studied art at the University of Bridgeport and the New Haven State Teachers College, both in Connecticut. McLaughlin's first professional art job as about 17 was drawing belt buckles for a Bridgeport manufacturer's catalog. After college, McLaughlin and avid baseball player went to work and for a break manufacturer Ray Bezos, okay, where he played for its internationally ranked fast pitch softball team, Okay, after a year there, he was drafted in the U.S. Army, but then returned to civilian life as a technical illustrator for um, Sky aircraft. What do you call it? McLaughlin entered the comics book industry in the early 1960s. And a college friend recommended him to editor Pat Masoli, when you pronounce it, at Carlton Comics in Derby, Connecticut, who hired McLaughlin as assistant. There was no art directors or assistant editors or any other job titles. McLaughlin said in the 2000 interview, "I did everything from proof free, we call it, to art corrections, led titles for editor, art, earning arts, books, traffic managing, legalization for the comics code, and anything else. He couldn't clean the storeroom. He did a occasional uncredited inking or on late comic books, including a couple of stories by Steve Ditko. It created was not the rarely given in the comics during this era. Okay, this is cool enough. And McLaughlin's already known Pablo credit and his inking penciler Dick Gordia, we pronounce it on this cover of. The 7-page story in Corin's Battlefield Action 39, number 39, December 1961. McLaughlin's first confirmed credit is full pencil and ink art on the 5-page story, and the light shall come. In the same publisher's Laboratories, number 8, December of 1962, Gladiator, we pronounce it, later became Carlin's editor after McLaughlin said he himself had turned down the job. Gladiator was a freelancer at the time. Then he hired me to work, with him. After I got through working at Charlotte 9 to 5, and I got to go over the studio, and then later on, we kind of swapped jobs. Cool enough, because there was a change in Carlton. And I think Pat Marcio, we pronounce it, was moving up, and they offered me into his job. I opted to say freelance and suggested Dick for the job. He became editor, and I took over the studio, with John DiGazinto and writer Joe Gill, who soon joined. Joe Master, okay? McLaughlin, who became Charleston's art director, okay? By 1962. Worked throughout the Charlotte line, okay? Including the superhero titles Rubio, Captain Atom, and Son of Vulcan. An adventure comic, Volume 5, the supernatural science fiction, editorials, strange suspense stories, and mysteries of exploded worlds, and the comic Star Steel, which martial artist McLaughlin's backup features the sport of judo and was karate. Said that the original character would be writer Joe Gio, okay? That character, Joe Master, would debut in the Special War series number 4 by November of 1965. The final issue of that series and continue on the own series began with Joe Master number 89 in June 1966, taking over the numbering of the defunct Western series Gunmaster. Wow. That series was which McLaughlin also almost immediately began scripting it as well, starring at American soldier in the South Pacific during World War II, who, after saving a native island girl from Japanese sniper, who fought materialized by her grateful grandfather. He acquired a costume based on a Japanese material flag, and in issue number 93 in February 1967, a sidekick Tiger. The series ended at number 98, December 1967, and the character was later published by DC Comics in 1983 during Card's final years. Wow. Marvel and DC. Following McLaughlin's final card work, penciling the cover of both penciling and inking the 7-page story goes by the name of Living Legend. In the comic strip spin-off comic book, The Phantom number 30 in February of 1969, McLaughlin began to freelance. Okay. After a smattering of work, that included the inking an 8-page teen humor story in DC Comics' Debbie's Date number 10 in November 1970. Excuse me, I have the hand bang. But anyway. And the 7-page story in Warren's Publishing's Black and White Horror Comics magazine, Eerie, number 44 in July 1971. McLaughlin's Curtis in 1974 began assistant comic strip artist Sam Drake on the naturalistic soap opera strip The Heart of Juliet Jones. McLaughlin, at Gordon Angel's suggestion, had shown samples of his work to Westport, Connecticut-based Drake, who hired him to succeed assistant Tex Blaisdell, who had left to draw little art Manny. I will pencil and ink just as about anything that was in the main figure, McLaughlin said. That following year, McLaughlin began to work steadily for industry leaders, DC Comics and Marvel Comics. His first work in the former was the inking with Memoir on the Zombie story and Adventure Comics number 421, July 1972. And his first was inking Jim Mooney in the Romantic Comics story and Love story number 18, excuse me, in August of 1972. I misspoke, but anyway. Selling of his career as an inker, McLaughlin became occurs at Marvel, inking the likes of Wayne Boring, Captain Marvel, and Sal Buscema on both Captain America and Defenders, before becoming a prominent DC Comics inker. Throughout the 1970s, McLaughlin inked backup stories featuring the Atom, Black Lightning, Zatina, something like that, and the Fabulous World of Krypton, among others. He became the regular series inker for pencil Dick Dillon's Justice League America. Some issues for pencilers Ernie Chan's Batman stories in 70s Comics, and Joe Stan's Green Lantern's congratulatory he wrote material arts articles for Marvel Black and White Comics magazine, The Deadly Hands of King Kung Fu. Yeah, excuse me, I misspoke. In the 80s, McLaughlin was regular inker and penciler. Charmaine Infantino, The Flash, okay, Gene Collins' Wonder Woman, and Dan Curran's Green Arrow, among other assignments. He also inked Steve Ditko's here, which I talk about in the Friday show, by the way, which is cool enough. On the first and the 2 issues of ACE Comics. Short-lived series was the phase in both December 1987 through 86, through April of 1987. And for the same company wrote co-pencil with the co-ink and the single issue, the Big Insult Band, September of 1987, starring the Model Day Retro 1950s band. Okay, during the following decade, while continuing to draw for DC Comics, McLaughlin expanded the acclaimed comics and Broadway comics. His last known comics was Broadway File number 6 in October 1996, inking J.G. Jones. Comic strips. Aside from his stunts on Heart of Joy Jones in the early 1970s, McLaughlin also worked on such comic strips as Brenda Starr Reporter, assisting Dale Messick, Nancy, and the World Some Greatest Superheroes. From 2001, he took over the art from Jack Barrow's Tribune Media comic strip Jill Trop, drawing the Sport Figure through 2008. Teacher and author. McLaughlin has bought the Payer College of Art in Hampton, Connecticut. And guys, George cartoonist Academy in Shrewsbury, Connecticut. He co-developed the literature program Writing to Read, for JH Corporation through Nova University, in which comic books storytelling was used to teach and encourage read. His books include How to Draw Those Bad Babes of Comics, published by Renaissance Books in 2000. ISBN, we call it, and How to Draw Monsters of Comics, again published by Renaissance Books in 2001. Both bought with My Gold. Okay, personal life. McLaughlin practiced judo for age 18 to 50. Initial study at Joe Costa's Academy of Judo. He married at age 30 in 1965, living in Derby, Connecticut, and worked in the studio nearby in Nausea, before moving back to his home in Stratford. As of 2000, he had 2 grown children, daughter Erin and son Terry, his brother James' daughter, and McLaughlin, who is also a professional artist. McLaughlin had died on March 4th, 2020. He was 84 years old at the Ford Hospital in Medford, Connecticut. Okay, there's a lot to talk about in comics, but moving on to the next topic, which is going to be Barbara Martin, the singer. So it's going to be something very special because I'm not a huge pop nor R&B fan, but she's part of the Supremes and Darren Ross is the Supremes, and it could turn you back to the Supremes and Palmettes. But anyway, she was an American singer, best known for being one of the original members of the Motown group, the Supremes. She was born in Detroit after Betty McGraw left the Palmettes due to her upcoming withdrawals. Martin replaced her in the group in 1960. She and her group mates, Diana Ross, better known as Diane, Mary Wilson, and Florence Ballard, signed a record contract with Motown, founded Barry Joy on January 15th, 1961, Supremes, a name that Ballard has chosen, and she was the only group member of the studio at the time. For the list provided by Motown songwriter, James Bradfield, and becoming part of the Motown stable of performers. While recording a handful of early singles, none of which became hits, Martin, Wilton, Wass, and Ballard worked in the studio backing singers, providing vocals and rhythmic effects, such as hand claps for Motown's leading groups. In 1961, October, Martin became pregnant. Her husband was supposed to be a physician to stay in the group, but she left in the early spring in 1962, leaving Ross, Wilson, and Barbara trio. Although Martin sang in the many of the group's early singles, including shared lead vocals with Diana Ross, and he's 17. And most of the tracks in his first album, Supremes, she's not pictured on the album's cover. She never spoke publicly in her tenure with the Promites nor Supremes. She denied interviews over the years, with the exception of one interview she gave in 2009 and from 2010 release of Meet Supremes Expanded Edition. Oh my God. Martin died in March 4th, 2020. She was 76 years old. Wow. I mean, what happened? I mean, there's a trio and now she died. Oh my God, this is not going to happen next. Let's see if she died. Check. She's still alive. She's still dead. But in 2008. Ooh, okay. Okay. Go on. Okay, let's see where this is going. Next, we got our last death topic, which is, of course, Henry Richard. Now, he's a Canadian, but he's also a hockey player who was best known century for the Montreal Canadiens in the National Hockey League from 1965 to 1975. He was the brother of Canadiens legend and fellow Hockey Hall of Famer Maurice Richard. 15 years younger and 3 inches shorter, he was given the nickname the Pocket Rocket. Henry was 11 Stanley Cups as a player, most in NHL history. In 2017, Richard was named as one of the 100 greatest NHL players in history. He was born February 20th day of 1946 in Montreal, Quebec, Canada. Okay. It's pretty simple, I guess. The two Richard brothers' style of play was quite different, okay? While Maurice shot left-handed roller on the stick, which I saw in my Ducks, by the way, Henry shot right. Maurice played right wing. Henry played center. Henry led the Reach in the 1957 to 1958, and in 1962 to 1963, a Fed never match by Maurice proved the latter he have ledge until goals 5 times. If you watch his remix with you. Lastly, Henry told over 1,000 points, a mark never reached by Maurice. Wow. Henry won 11 Stanley Cups as a player, most in NHL history. His former teammate and professional team captain, Gene B, or pronounce his language name, but I'm sorry, has 17 Stanley Cup titles, but only 10 as a player. The other 7 had the executive. Only one other executive at North American professional sports have achieved winning 11 championships in the respective league. Bill Russell of the NBA's Boston Celtics. In 1957-1958, he was named in the first All-Star team. In 1959, he was named in the second All-Star team in his career. It was scored 358 goals and earned 688 assists in 1,256 games. His 1,256 regular season games playing the Canadiens uniform is a franchise record. Wow. He still scored the Stanley Cup Clinton goal in the 2002 20-minute mark, 20-second mark, 20-minute 20-second mark, when Spurs overtime Game 6 in the 1966 Stanley Cup Finals against the Detroit Red Wings. In the 1971 Stanley Cup Finals, Richard scored the game-tying and Stanley Cup winning goals in Game 7 against the Chicago Blackhawks. Wow. He was named captain of the Canadiens in 1971 until his retirement in 1975. Wow. After his team eliminated in the playoffs by the Buffalo Sabres. He always wore the number 16, which was retired from in December 10th, 1975 by the Canadiens in his honor. He was elected in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 1979. In 1998, he was ranked number 29 on the Hockey News list of 100 greatest hockey players of all time. He will later serve as an administrator for the Canadiens organizations. In 2015, he was announced that Richard has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. He died on March earlier today at the age of 8. He was 84 years old from Quebec, in Laval, what do you call it? Quebec. Yeah. So anyway, that's all the depth topics. But before we get to our next topic, I wanted to announce some things real quick. Happy 3rd anniversary to Nintendo Switch. For those of you who don't know, Nintendo Switch was turning free back in the March the 3rd of 2017, back in 2020 of March the 3rd. That was last Tuesday. It was 3 years ago today that we celebrate the 3rd anniversary of Nintendo Switch. We're going to have topics on Nintendo Switch, listen ABC order next week. But this week is going to be we're going to have some more topics to talk about. Anyway, my next topic has to do with the tragic loss. And it says here is that family says couple killed together in Tennessee Twisters after 58 years of marriage. Were inspiration. Excuse me. At least 24 were killed in Tuesday's tornado's outbreak in parts of Tennessee. Ugh, excuse me. Now, we'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for the huge delay. I just got some hiccups, and I feel like I need to fix myself, and my hiccups are gone now. So let's continue on where we left off, okay? Okay. As residents in Tennessee began the laboratory's tasks of cleaning up and rebuilding their economies and lives, after at least 3 tornadoes touched down in parts of the state, one family mourned and remembered a couple that was found dead in their home. Wow. Side by side after being married for nearly 58 years. Oh, God help me. They exterminated was to love. Jake Hardy Moore told ABC News of his grandparents, James and Don Eggton on Thursday. Wow. Scroll down some more. Okay. Two were born and raised in East Nashville and met with their young children. And they were married. After they married, the loving couple raised their family in Mount Juliet. The couple had 3 children, 4 grandchildren, and 6 great-grandchildren. The large family was pride in their lives. Early Tuesday morning, 3 devastating tornadoes ripped through Nashville and other areas in Tennessee, flattening homes, tossing airplanes, and downing power lines. According to the governor, which is sad, not cool, but anyway. Winds reached at least 155 miles per hour, EF3 tornado level in Mount Juliet. At least 24 people were killed until in Brown Wilson, Davidson, and Basin counties. In the Ian County was among the victims. Wow. Wow. Before their deaths, Don and James Eden lived fully happy lives. Don Eden was serving the church for 25 years. Pastor Don was First Baptist Church, Mount Juliet was told Nashville, Tennessee, and someone was to love them. In 1977, they told First Baptist Church, Mount Juliet. Jim served as deacon, and they both taught many Sunday school classes over the past 43 years. Wow. Mr. Ian was a storyteller and jokester. Like me, for example. But anyway, many times laughing at his own jokes before he could even finish them. His career was in transportation industry, but his love was his family. He enjoyed playing golf and was looking forward to the spring to going back in the course. Industry Online read, but Miss Ian was famously a nice director of First Baptist Church, Miss Juliet. When she retired, she was still volunteer at the church in any way she could. Jim and Donna Ian was married for over 57 years. They were a true example of God's love in their family. Their marriage, the culminating of Mount Juliet, and beyond. They were humble, kind, and loved, and fully wherever they were on their daily walks, cheering on the Cincinnati Reds, Bunko, or Card Knights, church fellowship, or supporting their children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren through any activity they exhibited the love of God. Okay? The couple was Jewish, and not only volunteered at the church, but also their local hospital. They loved their family and maintained family friendships with the group they'd known since high school. Wow. That group played cards with each other every Friday night. Harvey Moore told ABC News Thursday. They were our family's inspirations, he said. Wow. At least we tried. Anyways, my next topic has to do with another one of those Tennessee tornadoes. Now, this time it's from CNN. And I'm going to read you what happened in the 24 people who killed in Tennessee. So, here we go. 2 EF4 and EF3 tornadoes left a deadly trail of direction in Tennessee, whatever service confirms. That updated yesterday at 10:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Two powerful tornadoes with winds up to 175 miles per hour unleashed much of the directions that left at least 24 people dead this week in central Tennessee. Wow. An EF tornado hit Putnam County, and the EF tornado slammed Davidson and Wilson counties before dawn Tuesday. Wow. And the National Weather Service confirmed for Wednesday. But now, here's something I wanted to do before I begin talk about Dawn Tuesday, because I haven't spoke about Tuesday yet, okay? Last Tuesday was Super Tuesday, and this is a huge moment, folks. This is not a big, funny joke. This is serious. I mean, Super Tuesday is something about politics. When I saw in the news that following Tuesday, it was okay, but I really love to see that really badly, you know. And then votes for the president when we want to defeat Trump, things like that. But that's a good thing, actually. 24 people were killed and hundreds of buildings were destroyed when the tornadoes tore through the site. Although some people were reported missing in Putnam County after the storms, all were accounted for Thursday morning. County spokeswoman Molly Brown said. Survey teams have reported damage in East Nashville, Donaldson, and Mount Juliet after 20 miles east of Nashville, as well as extensive damage in Putnam County, Cokeville. Cokeville, what do you call it? But the weather service has been not finalized and established. When Meg Shelby and the fiance emerged from the storm cellar, they found their first home in Dallas and mostly destroyed. Wow. Most of the roof has been ripped off. The windows were blown up and the belongings had been tossed everywhere. Okay, that is so stupid. It kind of feels like it's been taken for you, Shelby said. It's really not to not really have anything to show is not it's hard. Now it's hard. And I responsibly wish I had more pictures. Oh, God. A day after state deadliest tornado day in 7 years, a couple and hundreds of people across the state were assessing the damage. Shelby and her fiance, Mac Warren, were sleeping when the storm's alarms and the phones awoke from the early Tuesday. They had heard tornado sirens outside, so they called their dogs and headed to the storm cellar. Oh, God. The couple whose wedding is set for March 28th, who had bought their home in September, thought it was a storm will pass. But the local meteorologist warned the twister was headed away. Now, if you watch this, CJ Merrick's, I think your wedding December was huge. It's going to be exciting, but overall it's going to be big. Listening for their talk of a path, tornado was on. It was being kind of a psychologically thing, living through something very catastrophic. Shelby told CNN. Added Warren. It got quiet so you can hear the short roars. It got gradually louder and louder. Oh, God. The house started shaking, he said. The temperature dropped. The pressure fascinated, and his ears popped, he said. Oh, God, help me. It was terrifying, he said. Yeah, I agree. The wedding venture seems okay, the Warren said. So the nuptials was going as planned, but the couple said they're canceling their honeymoon to Hawaii to focus on making their sure they have somewhere to live. Exactly. Volunteers at Pious Titans to donate $1 million. Okay. Scores of people have come together to help those who lost their homes in the storms. Alex Bolton said strangers has been picking up Dominus and helping her family go through the rubble of her East Nashville home. I don't think anyone was told them do that. I don't think any of them, Vaughn told CNN. They just showed up and cleaned our greenhouse for us. Wow. Martin's home in a flower shop with a story. Oh God. When the on roof was from the restaurant across the street, landing on their home. They hit a basement seconds before the tornado tore her home. I don't think we had not all of us would have survived if we were upstairs, she said. Inspired by the actions of many residents, Tennessee Titans announced Wednesday it will donate $1 million. And I agree. And I was watching the Ray podcast yesterday, and an upside down cross. And what happened then? Oh my God, this never gonna happen then. You know, how's gonna do that to you? You know, and I agree with Jordan, David, and Brandon Martin. They don't do such a thing in his school, big time. But anyway, on the Tigers. But anyway, to non-profit groups ascend to those attacked by the storms. We are such encouraged about the amount charity people who are still in the aftermath of Monday night's tragedy. Titans controlling over Adam and Strunk said in a statement. As leaders in the community, we want to lend our help in this cause of healing and rebuilding. Yeah, exactly. Together we will help our neighbors through their long and difficult process. We hope that others will join us in supporting their effort in any way they can. The National Football League Foundation is donating $250,000 and will work the local schools and assets needed for football field repair their equipment replacement, the Titans announced. In Putnam County, with support suffered incidents damage, more than 2,500 volunteers helped clean up the dredges Wednesday, county officials said. At least 5 children among victims. The 18 people were killed in Putnam County were dead Wednesday as authorizes continue searching through destroyed structures for survivors. Okay. Putnam County Mayor Randy Porter said 5 children younger than 13 were among the victims. Oh, God help me. The dead range of the child between 2 and 3 years old to a 67-year-old woman, the county said. Oh, God. Tornadoes in the southeast are getting worse. As of Wednesday evening, no initial bodies were found in Putnam, Porter said. Davidson County's officials also reported finding no more bodies. Thank God. Kendall Morgan, 11, lost a classmate in the storm. So she told CNN. Two friends are hospitalized. She woke up at around about 2 a.m. in the morning. And Tuesday was joined by her family. The rest in the basement, the girl said. We weren't even in the basement for a few seconds. And the light was just started flickering. And it just started hailing. She said, speaking at Abbott's Cookville's destruction Wednesday morning. I was just scared. I was tired of stuff. I didn't really know what to do. I was just praying for my friends and stuff and their safety. Besides Putnam, there were 3 deaths in Wilson County, 2 in Davidson County, and 1 in Benson County. The Tennessee Emergency Management and Energy report the Davidson County deaths came in East Nashville. where a 46-year-old employee of an Attaboy cocktail bar has just left work for his girlfriend, 33, and they were fatally struck by the drinkers early Tuesday. Metro's Nashville Police Chief Steve Anderson said. Now, yeah, okay, let me check this. Oh, it's windy. Okay, never mind. Power out for thousands. School closed. In East Nashville, residents only have a 6-minute warning to get to safety, according to Davidson County. I got the warning in less than 10 minutes. You could feel the pressure. My ears were popping when we ran downstairs and we get just huddling together. Daniel Topolino told CNN athlete WSMV. He went by so fast. Tuesday was the deadliest tornado day since May 6, 2013, when a tornado struck Moore, Oklahoma, according to the Weather Service. The tornadoes were reported several times, along with a 145-mile stretch of Middle Tennessee. From Camden, about 8 miles west of Nashville, to the Cookeville area, about 8 miles east of Music City, what the Weather Service said. Okay? Meteorologist was on there with tornado struck in the near station. I'm not going to watch it, but anyway. More than 48,000 customers were about power last Wednesday evening. Most of them in Davidson County, TEMA said crews were having trouble getting to their affected areas because of down power lines. Classes are all activities of Metro Nashville Public Schools were canceled on Wednesday, and the schools remain closed for the rest of the week, the district said. More than a dozen schools don't have power, the district said. Nashvilleans had experienced a traumatic event, and we know it's taking to take time to heal, said Admiral Bow, what do you call it, the school's district administrative director. Closing the rest of the week will allow time in the healing process, allowing our staff and students to volunteer in the community, and give our district a chance to prepare our activities to normal impression starting on Monday, which is next week. One school is required a few days of repairs, another up to several weeks, the district had said. The volunteer state, those suffering from damages aren't doing so alone. Strangers and neighbors had come together to help each other out. Okay, want to chip it in yourself? What does that even mean? But anyway, we're called the volunteer state, and there is a reason for that, because Tennesseans have a real spirit and generosity and service to one another. Lee told reporters, as governor now I get to see it happen for real. Fabio said both her home and her neighbors' homes lost their roofs, and her neighbors and a Henry couple. And I talked about every couple earlier in the episode, and how the roof collapsed on them. She said she had working to dig them out. Wow. Michelle Whitten was sleeping when a friend called her to say that she had her 3 children were in tornado's path. She grabbed her children and rushed in the closet, she said. As soon as we did that, we heard wind howling, and it's over the house, and heard something like a train's over us. Oh, God help me. The house started to shake, and the windows started. We could hear loud boom sounds, she told CNN. I never been so scared in my life. In East Nashville, a neighbor came to help board a large window in the Choir League's radiators, which announced an office that was blown up. That was how East Nashville is, okay? That was one of the reasons we liked selling over here and living over there. She said, broker with the office. The storm fell on Super Tuesday, which I'll talk about next week, in many of the appalling locations in which our storms passed, which required some persons and to attend voting hours. Wow. President Trump will visit Nashville for the tour to damage today. And the federal government will be assisting in the recovery at first, the White House said. Now, this is a sad feeling about this. If you were offended by President Trump and all of a sudden you get this thing out of the way, then you get this thing out of the way. Now, let's move on to my next topic. And this one is a heavy metal topic to talk about. This is the last thing to Kerry King and his hints on pet post-serial feature. Dean didn't sign me for nothing. Now, this happened earlier this week and it's on Loudwire, so there you go. Slayer had played their final note, but the leap up in the finale was revealed that guitarist Kerry King has inked a new deal with Dean Guitars to launch a new signature edition guitar. While speaking with Guitar World about their instrument, King teased that Slayer's retirement didn't exactly mean they was finishing making music. Okay? Let's just say Dean's didn't sign me for nothing, stated King at the end of the interview. Though the guitarist has yet revealed that his post-Slayer projects has to be pondered in previous interviews as an idea of playing after Slayer hanging it up. If someone quit, I'm not going to go around with made-up Slayer. He told AZCentral.com back in 2010. But my next band will sound like Slayer. That's all I know. They'll have some question whether last fall's finale told it was the end for Slayer. Okay? King's wife Alicia stated in this Instagram post there was not a chance in hell that the band would return after the final notes rang out and the band formed the finale in Los Angeles. She was also away when Slayer's farewell tour was announced. Explained, Kerry says not to worry, you also get music from him. We even pondered 6 things that Kerry King could also do as Slayers retires in the 2018 feature. Okay? In addition to Slayer, King has made a number of guest appearances for other artists over the years. He's famously appeared in the Beastie Boys' No Sleep Till Broken song, laying some metal flares to the License to Ill favorites. King also laid down his soul in outro parts with Pantera's Goddamn Electric. Also, other credits includes work done for Rob Zombie, Hey Bread, Some 41, and Soulfly. So there are plenty of options for King, who appear to be thinking about his next musical stop. So that was my topic to talk about for Kerry King. Good luck in your next career, and you'll live with it. Anyways, my last topic has to do with the Judge Judy. Now, Judge Judy has been around since 1996 in a show called Judge Judy herself. Now, Judge Judy is going to be canceled after 25 years as CBS had enough episodes for repeat viewings. Judy Shunian, will pronounce it, this last name, will pound the gavel on the popular court show one last time in 2021. Judge Judy had announced that her long-running court show series is coming to an end after 25 years. The television personality broke the news on the Ellen DeGeneres show, which is her show, by the way, but also used the chance to explain she was not be leaving screens anytime soon. According to Judge Judy 77, CBS pulled the plug at the network and felt it had enough episodes to warrant simply repeating the show. CBS sure felt, I think they wanted the opportunity to emphasize the repeats of my program. She said that when they decided to do this, sell a couple of years worth of reruns, but I'm not tired. So Judy Justice will be coming out a year later. She said, I have a 25-year marriage to CBS and it's been successful. Wow. Judy Justice will follow one final season of Judge Judy, which will be shown in 2021. It will be shown on a different network. Meanwhile, Judge Judy will remain available to view on the same channels that currently broadcast globally. Judge Judy will most recently renew in 2018 with a deal reportedly paid Shonen, we pronounce it, $47 million. Wow. And I'm not saying pounds, I'm sorry, a year. But anyway, when the generous man, she was impressed when Judge Judy's energy, the TV judge responded, if you're not tired, you're not supposed to stop. Judge Judy is shown in the UK on ITV2. It was on CBS back then. So, there you go. Now, that's my only topics for this episode. I'm going to do now the 3 topics we're going to talk about for this next week's episode are Sonic the Hedgehog movie review, honest review and opinion. We're going to have that next week along with Super Tuesday and recaps, and of course Nintendo Switch celebrated its 3rd anniversary with news and all that good stuff. Yeah, Nintendo Switch. You'll see that coming next week. But for now, we got some games that we got some watch Disney Plus shows to do. We got Recess seasons 3. We haven't, because that was a mix-up between season 2 and 1, because that was between season 3, episode 1 to 7. So there you go. And that's my what I've watched on Disney Plus segment. Let's spin the wheel. See what I got to play. Path to game stuff. Okay. You gotta do it in order now. So let's go ahead and do. I'm not gonna do Lightspeed 2 today. That'll be not interesting right now, because otherwise we'll be doing something right now, because that'll be more inappropriate for what not have you. But anyway, it's like TMI if said Danny if I do that. But anyway, turn down. TV to question for $500. Wow. Come on. Is it Seth Rogen? Okay, let's go. Is it Twinkies? Oh well. Wildcard 2 questions 100. Is it Count Chandler? I don't know. Usual. Dang it. Travel 2 questions 500. This one, I don't know. Oh damn. Oh well. 500's not that bad. Anyway, I'm gonna spin the wheel. L4 GSCB flash control stuff. Now let's minimize that and we'll move on to the next one. Card is 10. Ooh. Queen. Ooh. Lower. Change it card. Nice! Ooh! Higher. $22,000! It's not bad. It's not bad. Got danger card to do. Gotta turn on my TV so I can hear this. Okay. Though it's gonna take a little bit of time to do ABC or, but anyway. I'm just gonna do great for that one. Well. Okay, good enough. Oh well, not bad. Do Super Scratcher now. 15, 14. Eight. Oh! Not bad. Okay. 3. Not bad. Seven. Ooh, that was my chance. Okay. Okay. 8. It's not bad. $25,000. Oh wow. Spin the wheel. We already did this. Pat Sajak game stuff. Okay. Wow, there we go.
Hi, I'm Pat Sajak. Welcome to Trivia Gems.
Right down, so we can hear this.
Welcome to today's Trivia Gems game. The categories for today's game are
Food, movies, geography, language, TV sitcom, and general. Okay, that's good. Yes. Good. Dream, and let's do like general.
Here's your first set of questions.
Bubba Walt doesn't know what this is. Parenthood and do more. I don't know.
Okay, the moment of truth. Let's look at the answers. Wow, that all-in wager put you in.
Hooray!
Okay, get ready. Here they come.
I don't know.
Well, no turning back now. Let's see how you did. Hey, your all-in wager.
Hooray!
Ready for a little brain
Excuse my
spinning
disappointment.
fun?
But anyway, spin the wheel.
Too bad. Better luck on your next guess.
Oh well.
Here are the questions. Now, let's see the answers. Ouch, you lost money on those 3 wagers. Here are the questions. And the answers are... That was good wagering.
Hooray!
Here's a gem of a question. Now you have an opportunity to double your money. Well done. You made it look easy. That gem is yours.
Hooray! Ow.
Okay, get ready. Here they come. All right, let's take a look. Congratulations, you won the all-in wager.
Hooray!
Okay, get ready. Here they come.
True, no. Donald.
Okay, here's how you did. Hey, you're good.
Hooray!
Congratulations, you climbed to the top step. Your longest streak bonus is...
60,500.
Your trivia IQ bonus is...
82,400.
And your IQ
Cool enough.
ranking for this game is... Exceptional.
It's not bad. Exceptional.
Welcome to the Power Gem bonus round. That's it. That's 2 in a row. Three in a row. Let's keep it going. That one was difficult.
Oh well. 47,080 is not bad. 119,480.
Great job. You're today's champion. Thanks for playing our online game. For even more fun, I hope you'll try out the download version of Trivia Gems. The download version has lots more features, more gameplay choices, championship games, full screen display, exciting options, and free ice cream. Please click the download free trial button and give it a spin. Although I was only kidding about the ice cream.
Pat, come on! And we've got lucky letters, and then we'll wrap up with one more game, you know. That's just me.
Welcome to Lucky Letters. Welcome to today's Lucky Letters.
Middle Ages is supposed to be for the day. H, 2 H's, wow, 2 G's, 4 P's, okay. 2 U's,
Ready? Here
2
comes the
C's.
puzzle round.
Wow! I didn't know that.
the answer.
Hooray! I know what this is.
Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Hey, you're good. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Here's a chance to double your money with a lucky chance. If you decide to wager, you'll have 30 seconds. Being a little... Oops.
Maze! Oh, wow.
Nice try. Bad try, but nice try.
Do a nice try.
Get ready. It's the lucky lightning round, and you'll need to think fast. Oops, that wasn't one. Nice try. Bad. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Wow, good going. That's it. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Nice job. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Way to go. Nice try. Bad try, but that's correct. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. You got the answer. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Hey, you're good. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Wow, good going.
Oh.
Oh, too bad. You ran out of time.
I'm gonna try again.
Welcome to today's Lucky Letters game. Ready? Here comes the puzzle round. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. That's it. wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Here's a chance to double your money with a lucky chance. If you decide to wager, you'll have 30 seconds to answer. Being a little... Nice job. Way to go. Sorry, that letter. Get ready. It's the lucky lightning round, and you'll need to think fast. That wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but... Sorry, that letter isn't in the... Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct... That's correct. You got the answer. Hey, you're good. Wow, good going. That's it. Nice try. Bad try, but... Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the... Nice job. Way to go. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. You got the answer. Sorry, that letter isn't in the answer. Oops, that wasn't one of the correct letters. Nice try. Bad try, but nice try. Hey, you're good. Wow, good going.
Oh, yes!
Congratulations, you solved the puzzle.
$48,652. Man, that was quick. Anyway, we got tic-tac-toe and on coolmathgames.com, and we're going to end with one more game segment. So let's do it now. So we got, shall we? So we got 10 seconds of this. Subway ad and yeah. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Okay, one more time, and then it'll be okay. Yes, finally. Now let's do our notes last, and we'll do our wrap-ups now, shall we? So we got. Now, before we end this series, I will have to do the discussion, okay? I got two special events regarding to Jason Davis tribute, and something like that. So there you go on that. So today we got the Jeff Crick Movie Theater Edition, episode 9. I'm not sure what it's going to be as of yet. It's going to be on Sonic the Hedgehog. So there you go on that. And then we'll wrap up Elgin 2020, day number 67. And then March 7th, we got Elgin Special Club Vlogs, episode 26. And then we got special event Reese's Marathon Vaughn, day number 7. And so is Elgin Reacts, episode 421. I don't know, but we'll see. 424, we'll see what happens. And then Elgin 2020, day number 69. On March the 8th. And March the 9th, we got the Elgin TV special event. Elgin TV's Spring Break Special. Days number 1 to 5. And then we got March the 10th. We got two or 5 special Elgin Reacts episodes. And then we got Elgin TV special events. Elgin TV Spring Break Specials. Days number 6 to 10. And March the 12th. March 11th is We Wednesdays episodes 18 to 19. And March 12th, Robbie's Believe It or Not, episodes 1 to 3, and Reese's Jokes episode 34. And we'll be back Friday the 13th for a brand new episode of Friday's LukeJ62895. But anyways, guys, double episode of today's episode of Friday's LukeJ62895 today, March 6th, 2020, excuse me. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned for the next one. It's going to be Friday the 13th, Part 8. If you might excuse me, I had to go to the bathroom, take a dump. But until next time, Stu Jerry's goodbye. Peace out, baby. We get more Friday Stu Jerry's 25 episodes against pretty soon. Till then, Jefferson out. See ya.